with the fan up. I got Santa. I go monkey. Up that. Gonna do just what I say. Pull up, fastest Uber in that race. She so bad, but she said. I feel guilty, I might as well just plead my case. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. There should be plenty of offense in today's game. Both teams rank in the top 10 in passing yards this season. It's the Titans going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry for Derrick Henry. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating, because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ladarius Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go.
Again to Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
2nd down, Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. He finds Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry for Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the gun, Kaiser. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the right side, this is Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Let's go.
Watson on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daquan Jones getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Down sideways. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Now a first down throw. Watson forced out to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw on second is Watson. On the right side, caught by Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go.
Following the interception, Kaiser. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And all eyes now on the backup quarterback as he'll duck under center. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long,
can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Spins by, and shedding the tackle, and now some room. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First down, this is Rawls. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They begin with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And now out comes Houston. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On the move to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll hand to Rawls, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. run with a power back. Rolls. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Thomas Rolls, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dan Williams able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw here. Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Derrick Henry looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And here comes the Texans now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Caught left side, Hopkins. A very solid gain of 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Play fake. Kaiser under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Kaiser now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else. End up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Kaiser now on second down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Kevin Dodd in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Kaiser. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! 38! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
To throw is Kaiser. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Here we go!
Watson hands this to Foreman. Directly over him. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using?
Oh, this is blocked. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go!
On the toss, here's Foreman. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Second down following the run. run again with Foreman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here we go.
Now Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Titans now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go. Fans 38. Fans 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Fans 38. Fans 38. Flex round. Ohio. Here we go. What? Flex round. Flex round.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Titans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He may trump Kaiser. Hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Let's go. Fans, Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Now Dawson for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. Fans 38. Fans 38.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Watson now on second down. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Texans on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Kaiser on first down. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Here's Kaiser. Over the middle to Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down and 4. Again, it's Foreman. And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals moving out in front late. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Throwing now, Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Kaiser. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Houston, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.